Today we're talking about the absolute best way to build your capsule wardrobe from scratch that works every single time, is fail-proof, and it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you tried capsule wardrobes in the past, it works for absolutely everyone. 5 years ago, more than 5 years ago, when I was building my first capsule wardrobe, I didn't have a clue what I was doing, so of course I went online, I checked blogs and YouTube videos, and of course I tried their systems, the guides, and I applied them, but then sooner or later I quit. My experience is that some of them were really hard to understand, especially if you're a beginner. There were so many steps and things to do, and I was just super confused, especially because I didn't know a lot about my style. The second problem that I had with a lot of guides is that they were really time-consuming. So every single time you're doing a switchover, you have to plan, color palette, do a Pinterest board. It was just too much. I just want to do it quickly. And then the third thing that was really common is they always were restrictive in terms of the numbers, or I don't know, something was restrictive, so I could never stick with any of these guides. So I really hope you enjoyed this one. It really changed my life, and like I said, you can do it forever. It's fail-proof no matter where you are. Now, step one in my little guide is to figure out how often do you want to rotate your capsule wardrobe. So do you want to do it every 12 months, 6 months, or 3 months? And this is very personal. You can just go with your gut feeling. That's how I usually do it. But I will also go through each capsule wardrobe and explain for which people I think it's suited best to help you out. So the first is a 12-month capsule wardrobe, or seasonless capsule wardrobe, all year-round capsule wardrobe, whatever you want to call it. And this is perfect for people that live somewhere where the weather doesn't fluctuate a lot. And it's also perfect for people that are kind of more minimalistic, so they are not really into shopping that much or into fashion or keeping up with trends. They still want to look nice, of course, but they just want to build nice capsule wardrobe they can enjoy for years, feel their best, and that's it. And then a 6-month capsule wardrobe is again perfect if you live somewhere where the weather doesn't fluctuate a lot, so you can do a spring summer capsule and a fall winter one. And this is perfect to really switch out your wardrobe, to have a little bit more fun with it, so you don't get tired of the pieces, so you don't fall into trends, you don't shop as much. But then also I would say that a 6-month capsule wardrobe is perfect for people that live somewhere where the weather does fluctuate a lot, but they're just not bothered to do it every 3 months. They just don't feel like it, it's too much. And then the last one is a 3-month capsule wardrobe, which is perfect for people that live in a country where the weather does fluctuate a lot. Where I live in Slovenia, we have 30+ degrees Celsius in the summer and -10 in the winters. That's why I do it every 3 months. And I also love fashion. I love shopping, you know, mindfully, but I still enjoy it. And this is perfect for people who feel the same way. Now, I also want to mention that when I'm talking about this switchover, it doesn't have to be a huge deal. So the last time that I did a switchover, I think it took me 15 to 20 minutes. It's very quick to do. 20-minute session every 3 or 6 months, it's nothing. And of course, you can always change your mind. If you decide in the beginning you're gonna do a 3-month capsule and then you see, no, that's too much, you can switch to 6, or the other way around. You can always experiment and play. And now step 2 is to quickly declutter your closet, but not in an average way. We're gonna do it with a twist, which I will explain. But the first thing you wanna do is take everything out of your wardrobe and put things into yes or a no pile. And if you have some things you wanna put in a maybe pile, just put it in a yes pile for now, because chances are that you don't really understand why you like it and why you don't like it, and you just don't want to declutter things you're not sure about. Because if you put it in your capsule wardrobe, maybe you're gonna find a way of styling it that you really love it. So we just don't want to declutter things we're not sure of. So that's why we're only doing a yes and a no pile. Also, make sure that you include absolutely everything. If you have some things in laundry baskets, get them. If you have some things in storage, anything that you have that it's a clothing item, you want to put it in a yes or a no pile. And now to where the magic happens is to analyze the no pile. Now, we could analyze everything, but that would take forever and it's not really necessary. But what is necessary is analyzing our no's. Now, one of my biggest mistakes that I did in my early stages of decluttering and building my capsule wardrobe is just decluttering. No, I don't like this, and I gave it away. And quite often I bought similar pieces and then I was just upset with myself because I thought, what's wrong with me? I just decluttered. Why am I buying things that I want to declutter again? I was just so upset with myself. But when you start analyzing, that changes. So how you want to do it is you want to look at the pile. It doesn't matter how big it is. If you decluttered before and it's just a tiny pile, or if you never decluttered before and it's a huge pile, it doesn't really matter. What you want to find is really things that stand out to you. So maybe you will see there is a specific color that stands out. Maybe, you know, you see there is a lot of green in an old pile, or maybe you will see that all of your jumpers, they have a specific neck, like a V-neck, and you don't like that. Maybe your jeans, they have a low rise. Maybe you can see there is a lot of animal print in an old pile, or maybe you even notice that there is a specific brand that is in an old pile. And what I would suggest that you do is to have some kind of a notebook or even notes on your phone, so you can have your note guidelines. So every time you learn something new, every time you're doing a switchover and analyzing the note pile, you can add new things that you learn, and then you can have this when you're shopping, and this will help you avoid, you know, bad purchases that you never wear. And I really want to emphasize that you don't want to skip this step. Every single time you do a switchover, you want to do it. No matter how big or small the pile is, you want to analyze it and add what you learned on your notes. Even now that I've done capsule wardrobes for 5+ years, I'm still learning new stuff, which for me, I get so excited when I learn something new. It just makes my life so much easier, my style better. So I personally look forward to analyzing. And once you see the life-changing power of that, I hope you will as well. And as always, just a quick reminder that if you're finding this video helpful, useful, or enjoyable, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and I also know that you enjoy the video. So thank you very much, and let's continue. And now step 4, it's a really simple one, it's a really quick one, but we should not underestimate it, and that is to clean the closet quickly. So once you have everything out of your wardrobe, you just want to quickly clean it. It's going to make a huge difference when you put new items into a fresh, clean wardrobe. It's just going to feel so much better, trust me. So once you've done that and you have an empty, clean closet, then it's time to go through your yes pile and decide what you want to keep in your capsule wardrobe for this season that you're building and what you want to put in storage. So how we're going to do this is very simple. Again, I love simplicity. So you're just going to pick up the piece, ask a few questions, and then if it feels like yes, it's the right thing, you put it in closet. If you feel like no, you put it in a storage pile. So the only 3 questions you need to answer with each piece is, does it fit? If it doesn't fit, it shouldn't be in your capsule wardrobe. You don't have to declutter it, but just put it in storage if nothing else. Then the second question is it season appropriate? If you have a winter jumper and you're building a summer capsule, obviously it's not. So again, you put it in storage. And then the third question is, do I want it in my capsule wardrobe? So this has nothing to do with practicality, but more with how you feel about it. Sometimes an item is gonna fit you and it's gonna be season appropriate, but you're just not gonna feel it. In that situation, again, you don't wanna put it in your capsule wardrobe. You can just put that item in storage. Maybe right now you're waiting for me to give you a magical number to follow and to tell you when to stop, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't believe in following any numbers when it comes to our capsule wardrobe. The big thing about wardrobe and our style is to really listen to ourselves. We're the one that are wearing the clothes every single day. We're the one that are getting dressed in the morning, opening our wardrobe. So we should really get in tune with us. And I love the system because it's so personalized, and that's why I call it a perfect capsule wardrobe, because it's really personalized for you. Nobody's gonna have the same capsule wardrobe as you, and that's the beauty of it. And if you feel nervous, don't. At the end of the day, they're just clothes. So you wanna do this, and then you will see every single time you're gonna build a capsule wardrobe, you're gonna learn a little bit more about yourself, about your style, and then you can tweak it and tweak it and tweak it and tweak it, and you're gonna get to your dream wardrobe sooner or later. So don't worry about getting there today. You don't have to know everything today, but do trust the process and do trust yourself. Also, I want to mention that don't worry if your capsule wardrobes are really different from each other in terms of seasonality. My winter capsule wardrobe is so much smaller than my fall capsule wardrobe, and it doesn't matter because I just go based on my gut using these questions. So you just don't want to judge the numbers, you want to listen to yourself, learn, and then with time you will improve and improve and improve. Then the next step to do is to quickly review the capsule wardrobe you just built. And how I love to do that is I close the wardrobe, I close my eyes, I take a few deep breaths, and I imagine that it's early in the morning. And then I open my eyes, I open my closet, and I see how I feel. Do I feel excited about my wardrobe and it seems like decisions are gonna be easy? Or do I feel a little bit overwhelmed and unsure where to start? So this is like a little test to know if maybe you have to tweak some things. I very often have to take a few things out when I do this, because I find that my reaction is, oh, I feel a little bit overwhelmed. So I just take 5 items out, something like that, and then I'm absolutely fine. But it can also happen that you have to add some things. Maybe you open the wardrobe and you see there is not a lot of color there, and maybe you want some color, or I don't know, some kind of material it's missing, I'm not sure. But you can do this either way. You can take some things out, add some things. So by the end, when you open the wardrobe, you just feel amazing. And then we also have to assess if we can see everything. This is very, very important, because if you build a capsule wardrobe that has things on top of things, things in front of things, and you cannot see everything, it's gonna get very confusing, overwhelming, it's gonna get messy. So you absolutely want to avoid that. So if you have maybe deep shelves that you usually store things at the back and in the front, maybe you can have some kind of boxes that are almost like a drawer, and then you can put things in vertically. Or even if you already have the drawers and you have things that are on top of each other, like horizontally, you want to pull them vertically so you can absolutely see everything. And this is really, really important. Again, don't skip this. You have to see absolutely everything if you want to have a perfect capsule wardrobe. And then another thing, maybe you're wondering when you're reviewing the capsule wardrobe, is your color palette. Maybe it doesn't seem as cohesive as you would like. Maybe it's not that perfect as you see on the internet. And I just want to emphasize that you don't want to worry about your color palette. Sooner or later, it's gonna reveal itself almost by magic, because what you're gonna do is you're gonna regularly switch out your wardrobe every 3 or 6 months. You're gonna keep decluttering items and colors you don't enjoy. You're gonna add these colors on your no guide. So that means you're not gonna buy these colors in the future. And sooner or later, your color palette is gonna be streamlined and it's gonna be perfect for your needs. That's how I did it, and I had every single color in every single shade. So I had like a yellow, but then I had pale yellow, normal yellow, dark yellow. I had blue that was light blue and normal blue and navy. I had so many colors, and if that happened to me just by doing this process, it can happen to you as well. Don't worry, and quite probably you already know what your favorite colors are. So if you're worrying about that, just don't, give it some time. And now all that it's left is to put our storage pile in storage. So if you have some things you want to wash first, you can of course put them in a laundry basket, wash them, and then put them in storage. Or maybe if you're doing this with shoes or accessories, or maybe some coats, maybe they need steaming, maybe they need debubbling, maybe they need some treatment. You can do all of that before putting things in storage. So once you put them out, they're almost like new. And you want to make sure that you put them somewhere safe. I love putting stuff, I mean, I don't do it anymore, but I loved putting stuff in my empty suitcase. That is a perfect place for most people. Or also under bed storage is amazing, or any kind of empty drawer that you have in the house. It doesn't have to be next to your wardrobe. It can be absolutely anywhere you want to, just that it's dry and safe, that your clothes are not gonna get damaged. Now, everything that I've talked about so far applies really well for our clothes, our main capsule, but of course you can do that with your other areas such as shoes, bags, outerwear, accessories, so other areas of your wardrobe. But this is not a must. You have to decide for yourself if you want to keep this category the same the whole year round, or do you want to switch it at the same time that you're switching your main capsule wardrobe with clothes. I personally decided that shoes, of course, I'm gonna switch over, because in the winter I have snow boots, but in the summer I have sandals, so I have to do that. I also switching out my outerwear, again for the same reason, winter coats, summer jackets, completely different. And then I'm also switching out my accessories such as scarves and gloves and hats. So for me, those 3 areas I switch out every 3 months, but then I have 2 areas that I keep the same all year round. So my belts, they stay the same, I don't touch them. And then also my bags, I keep them the same in my storage space. Even though I gravitate towards certain bags more in different seasons, I just don't have a need to switch them over. The amount that I have, the storage that I have, it's perfect. So I don't give myself unnecessary work. So if you have some areas of your closet that you want to keep the same whole year round, that's absolutely fine. And also, I just remembered that some people love to switch out their makeup as well, which it sounds fun. So I just wanted to throw it out there if maybe that would be exciting to you. Some people love to switch out their makeup. Maybe they have certain lipsticks that they love to wear in the fall. You can also think about that if it would be suitable for you. And now step number 9 is to simply repeat the whole process. It's always the same. You don't skip any steps because I made it in such a way that it's very easy, very quick, very simple, but also very useful. Every single time you're gonna do a switchover, you're gonna learn something new. And that's why I'm so passionate about this approach. But if you feel like you wanna speed things up, then I also have another amazing video where I talk about the absolute best way to declutter your clothes. So your closet, your style and shopping habits, they will change forever once you do this. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time.